Welcome back to another episode of Off the Bench. Of course, I'm DeMarcus.
I'm Ty.
What's going on, Ty? How you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I got a little bit of allergies kicking my butt, but we're gonna push through it.
Yeah.
All right, man. So we ain't got much on the plate today, but we're gonna get right into it. First thing I want to talk about is players that deserve a ring.
Okay.
Let's start there.
Active
players right now.
Okay.
Active players. We ain't talking about guys that, they're done.
Okay.
Who would you say deserves a ring right now, based off what you've been seeing in their, their body of work for their career so far?
I give you 5.
Okay.
Jimmy.
Okay.
Chris. Paul.
Okay.
Paul George.
Okay.
I think the way he's been playing and been battling, been on that step, he's gonna get one eventually, but it's coming. Tatum.
Mm-hmm.
I would just say the whole Boston squad, not just Tatum.
I know. I said the whole start 5. Yeah.
And then, as an organization, I don't want to see it, but I think they need one. Knicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll agree with you as an organization. Knicks.
Yeah.
I would say Dame Lillard.
Nah.
He deserves to get a ring.
I mean, okay, so is Dame a Hall of Famer without the ring?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a if he never wins a ring, to me he's like a Charles Barkley type player, where his impact in the league was so great. It's just unfortunate that he just wasn't a part of a winning situation.
Okay.
Because as we talk on previous podcasts, as we see now in the landscape of the NBA, there's a lot of other pieces that need to be in place for him to be able to get over that hump. Because those other teams that's beating him have those pieces.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you look at the Golden State, you look at Clippers, you look at Lakers, you look at all these other teams, they have other pieces that are able to help them be better than what Portland is.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
because Portland not even competing for championships.
Yeah.
They're not even in the
no, they're not.
I mean, not regular season. Even if they make the play in or playoffs, off top they're gonna lose the first round.
Yeah.
So it's like they're not even a conversation for even consideration of, winning.
Yeah.
Like if you bet it on them in Vegas and they actually won a championship, you'll be a multi-millionaire. Because
I give you that.
I mean, I would say OKC is probably more of a favorite than they are.
Right now, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say he deserves a ring because of his body of work and what he's done as an individual for the sport. Because, I mean, him and Steph Curry, they have changed the range thing.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Like, he's not the only one doing the range thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's putting up crazy numbers. Yeah, he averages like 30-plus points a game. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I mean, he's going to be a Hall of Famer, of course, but it's just I think he can be okay without a ring. Mm-hmm.
So I agree with you.
He's not going to win one in Portland. Let's put it like that. So
I want to say I agree with you. As Knicks, as an organization, they deserve one. The fans deserve a ring.
Yeah. For
the love they have for that bad organization. And then I like the Boston. They him, Jalen and Tatum. Mm-hmm. What they've been doing, and they're that close. I mean, last year being in the finals, this year a game before the finals. And especially with everything going on with their coaching staff and stuff like that, injuries too as well.
Yeah,
I think they're in there. Chris Paul for sure is up there. And then who else would I would say that deserves a ring in the league right now? Jimmy Butler, of course. Yeah. To me, that's about it. Everybody else, to me, either they've had a chance, they get a job done, or they're just not gonna ever get there.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's what I would say. But yeah, those are just a few players I think, or a few spots like we just talked about. I think that definitely deserves it. Let's talk about Supermax players, because that's a different tier. You got your backs, we got solid players, then you got your backs players, and then I think you got your Supermax players, which we all know to be the top tier, in the league, right? Give me 5 players that you would say you would sign them to a Supermax deal.
Steph, LeBron. This late, you never know, but you still gotta respect them.
Okay.
Luka.
Okay.
Tatum.
See,
Tatum.
Every show, bro. Every show.
Yo, he's top 5 in basketball right now.
You stop it with Luka, man.
He's top 5 in basketball right now. Jokic. And I'm going Shea. I think Shea deserves one.
You want Shea?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Embiid, of course. I mean, you can go 10 players. I think just about every team has one, except for like Detroit, Cleveland, Knicks, like other like franchises like that. I don't think they have a.
Okay.
But I think just about every team has a Supermax player.
So I went Jokic.
Okay.
I went Steph, LeBron, Giannis, and then Tatum. That was my 5.
You're disrespectful.
I'm not disrespectful. How?
You're disrespectful.
How? Tell me how. Tell me how.
You're not giving Luka a Supermax?
No.
I mean, he got one. So
he got one, but I'm not giving him one.
It don't matter what you think.
Hey, look, I'm not mad at him for getting it. I'm just not giving it to him. It's my team. I'm not giving Luka that.
But,
I mean, he played one side of the ball.
Your fans
he played one side of the ball.
Pissed at you.
He played one side of the ball. He plays one side of the ball.
Jokic don't play one side of the ball?
No, sir. Oh. No, sir. Jokic do not play. What are you talking about?
Jokic is not on the all defensive team.
Jokic does not play one side of the ball. Come on, man.
He's 7 foot. All you got
to do is doing that. Nah, you need to stop that.
I'm being serious.
You need to stop that. You need to stop that. Jokic he plays both sides of the ball. Stop it, man. Stop it. LeBron plays both sides of the ball.
He does. I'll give you that.
Tatum plays both sides of the ball.
I'll give you that.
Okay. And then Steph Curry, when he has to, he can play a little bit, but offensively and what he does for scheme, nobody can scheme for him. Nobody can scheme for him.
Steph
you can't scheme for Steph.
Steph does not play both sides of the ball.
But you can't scheme for. You can scheme for Luka.
How?
You can. For one, he gonna get the ball.
We're not talking about Luka.
No,
right now.
You brought him up. He gonna get the ball, and it's a black hole like Melo. He gonna run the shot clock down to about 8 to 7 seconds,
and buckets.
And then it's a side step 3 or a step back
and
3.
buckets.
It ain't always buckets, buddy.
Jeez.
Come on, man.
So you really not giving
Supermax, man? Like Supermax, I gotta be able to put the load of getting us to the championship on your back, and you can't do that with Luka. You can't do that right now with him. You just can't. And there's no knock on him. He's a great player.
I mean, he just got off the Western Conference Finals last year.
He did.
Against a great.
Did they win?
It was a great look.
Did they win?
Oh my gosh.
Did they win? Y'all had Kyrie this year. Did you win?
You're killing me.
Did you win? Y'all had Kyrie this year.
You're killing me right now.
Y'all had Kyrie this year, Dallas.
You're killing me right now.
Man, you are. You know what?
Let's talk about your Spurs. Let's talk
about Spurs. We got the number 1 pick.
And they ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah. We got number 1 pick.
They ain't gonna do nothing.
That's fine. You can say that.
But no, for real. Luka is a max player.
He's not. He's a max player. Correct.
He's a Supermax.
He's not a Supermax player.
Jesus.
He's not a Supermax player. Speaking of Supermax, is Jaylen Brown a Supermax player? You think he gonna get that Supermax?
He will, Boston? But is he?
That's what I'm asking you. Is he? He made first team all defense.
Well, he made second team all NBA.
All NBA. He made second all NBA.
Yeah.
He's second all NBA.
Man can't go left.
He can't go left.
Have you seen that video?
What are you talking about, man? Here you go again.
I'm gonna send you a video.
Judd, where is he getting this stuff from,
I'm gonna send you a
Judd?
video. This man can't go left.
Who can't go? No, you talking about you might be talking about Julius Randle who can't go right.
No.
Because Julius Randle and RJ Barrett, they can't go right.
I'm gonna show you this video.
I got to see the video.
It's pretty bad.
Let's see it.
All right, I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna show it to you after this.
Okay.
You can be like, wow.
I want to see it.
And
so he can't go left?
That's what Miami said. They wanted Jaylen Brown to go left.
I will agree with you that his pull-up game is not as good going left, but the man can go left. He scored a lot of baskets going left.
He can't go left.
Okay.
It's bad.
All right, man.
Especially against Miami.
All right.
Did you see all them turnovers he had?
He had a ton of bad. Like I said, his turnovers, which is bad decision making. It's not the fact that he couldn't go left.
All them turnovers he had was him going left.
I don't know about that, but you
I'm gonna show you a video.
You gotta show me a video. Because I saw an Instagram reel when it was showing all of his turnovers, but it was going left and right. It was just bad decisions.
Nah, these was all
he dribbling into double teams. He tried to do a spin move and spin right into somebody. He got terrible decision making skills,
and
that's what it is about him.
Yeah,
that's my problem with him. And then Jason Tatum, he either forgets that he needs to get the ball in his hand or how to get the ball in his hand, and a lot of times he take a lot of bad shots too.
Yeah.
So, but no, Jaylen Brown. I mean, I don't know
I'm not giving him Supermax.
Okay, why?
Nah.
Why not? He's all NBA second team. He's top of defensive. He's one of
He is.
Defenders in the league. Why you won't give him a Supermax, but you'll get Luka who play one side of the ball? Help the fans understand that, man. Help the people that's watching. Help John understand that. You got a guy who's averaging almost 30 points a game.
So you think Jaylen?
26 years old.
You think Jaylen Brown
who's athletic, who can get to the basket, who can score in all kind of different ways, and then on the defensive end, going to play defense.
You think he can?
You're telling me he is not worth a Supermax, but you're telling me a guy that only scores 30.
No, don't act like
he only scores 30. He's Supermax.
You're killing me on the
30 ball. Is that important, John?
You act like he doesn't do triple doubles.
Oh my God, buddy, stop it! It's nowhere near.
His triple doubles is up there.
His triple doubles are nowhere near what Jokic does.
I'll give you that one.
So he's not. Come on, man.
Oh my gosh,
Let's listen. I think Luka's one of the best offensive players in the NBA. Let everybody understand that from him. He's one of the best offensive players in the NBA outside of Kyrie. Mm-hmm. But that's not enough to win a championship, man.
It's
not.
Score
30 points.
It's not, but it's also team ball.
Like I said, man, Jokic is showing you what team ball really is. The man don't have to score a basket.
Nah, he don't.
And they will win by 20. Luka don't score a basket, they're going to lose by 50.
That's a big key right there.
Because he's not going to.
Why he deserves the
Because he got to put up 40 for them to not lose but by 10. He ain't out there doing. He not out there affecting the game defensively, but he do affect the game. In the fact that he gets all these texts.
Oh my gosh.
And keep talking to the refs.
Oh my gosh.
And then when it's time for them to give him some love, they don't want nothing to do with Luka. Maybe he need to quit talking to refs so much, man.
Man, no.
You don't think so? You think the text is fine?
Yeah,
you okay with the text?
Yeah, he's good.
Okay. You okay with leading the league in text?
Yeah, he's fine.
All right, man. Hey, that's your Supermax player?
That's my Supermax player.
That's your Supermax player. Yeah. Just giving out text, huh?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Wow. Wow, that's good right there.
He set this one up.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
Who's y'all Supermax player?
Good God Almighty, that's crazy, man.
I'm saying every team has a Supermax player.
Not every team.
Just about. I'm not giving like nobody off Detroit. Like
I mean, Utah don't have it. Detroit don't have it. Cleveland don't have it. New York don't have it. The Clippers don't have it.
Whoa.
The Clippers do not have a Supermax player right now. Not right now. They don't. Who's that Supermax player right now?
They pretty much got two.
Who are they?
You don't think Paul George and Kawhi Leonard?
Availability, brother.
Oh, Atlantis.
We talked about this. You got to be available. You got to be available. We're talking about right now. We're not talking about what you were.
No, I'm not talking about what you.
We're talking about right now, and right now they're not available enough to be talking about. To me, a Supermax player is the guy that carries the franchise to the promised land, and they're not doing it. Now, if they was healthy all day long, to me, they should win a championship every year if they're healthy, because they play both sides of the ball, and they're one of the most elite scorers in the league too, both of them. But they're not healthy. So you think people that are healthy are Supermax players?
Depends on how many games they give you.
40 games?
Nah, you got to give me like 50, 60.
That's what I'm saying.
I think Kawhi can play 50 or 60. Does he want to? I don't think he wants to. Okay. I think that's more of a mental thing.
Like I said, man, if we go team for team, there's not that many Supermax players in the league right now. It's really not. Atlanta don't have one.
I can give you that. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think Trey is one.
Okay. So we already said Detroit.
I don't think Orlando.
Charlotte.
Washington.
Indiana.
I think he's making a strong case.
Bradley Beal is a Supermax player. Stop it.
So Lucas now. Oh my God.
Stop it. You better stop running your mouth right now. You better stop. We might not need to talk about nothing else but about Supermax players.
God.
You better stop running your mouth right now.
You said Bradley
Beal's not a Supermax player?
No. You finna give Bradley Beal a Supermax over
my
Luka?
God, yes. Yes, I am.
Man.
Yes. Everybody out there that's watching this, yes, Bradley Beal over Luka. I don't understand. I don't see how that's a bad pick.
Jesus.
What?
I'm happy you're not a GM.
What don't you like about Bradley Beal?
Boy.
What don't you like about Bradley Beal?
Like you said, availability. Inconsistent.
First of all,
he hasn't been to the playoffs in none of his.
Like you just
none of his.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute, Luka.
All his career, he has not been to the playoffs.
It's a team sport.
Oh my God,
it's a team sport. Wait a minute, Luka.
Luka at least took his team to the Western Conference.
It's a team sport.
He at least took
his team sport.
At least he took a team to the Western Conference.
I'm just saying, team sport.
You giving Bradley Beal? Oh my God!
Why not?
No,
you can't tell me why not.
He's not worth it.
Okay. The man, he literally been like balling out for Washington until last year. Last year was his first year getting hurt. Mm-hmm. Other than that, when he was over there with John Wall of the world,
playing second fiddle,
because the only reason he played second fiddle because they wanted him to. But as a skilled player, he was better than John Wall. Mm. He is better than John Wall, or was better than John Wall at that time.
I'm not giving Bradley Beal a Supermax.
Okay. Well, I'm not giving Luka one, man. Just saying that's where we at. That's where we at. I'm just saying the truth. That's where we at.
Disrespectful.
No, you being disrespectful to Bradley Beal.
I'm not, but I'm just saying he's not a Supermax.
Man he said Orlando. I was like, yeah. Washington. Whoa. Pump brakes. Bradley Beal is a Supermax player. Stop it, man.
He's a max
Chicago
player.
don't have one. Give it to DeRozan. Supermax. I wish you would. If you say DeMar DeRozan over Bradley Beal, I'm cutting off the podcast. I'm cutting the podcast off. We are ending the episode. This episode been going on for 17 minutes. If you say to me, DeMar DeRozan, you would give him a Supermax over Bradley Beal, we are done talking.
That's hard.
Oh, that's hard?
Yeah, that's hard.
That's hard?
That's hard.
How's that hard?
It's just...
Would you lean it more DeMar?
Yeah. I have.
All right, y'all. Been a great episode. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Until then, peace. Are you serious
I'm dead serious.
Man, let me go to the next topic because you about to get me mad. I'm about to get real bad over here with your... I can't believe you, man.
Hey, DeMar DeRozan, he's a hooper to me.
He's a problem. I agree with that, but he's not more of a problem than Bradley Beal is.
Okay. Next subject.
Please. I had lost track on what subject I'm finna go transition to now, man. I had a whole setup right here. You messed me all up. Let's go to Steph Curry for a second, man.
Supermax.
I agree on that.
Okay.
So we good.
All right.
How do you stop Steph Curry?
I think you... Good one.
That's a good one, John. I like that one. That's a good one.
I think you gotta have to guard him 96 feet.
96 feet.
Yeah.
So what does that consist of? That could consist of like just face guard him 96 feet, or just putting pressure on him enough to make him have it to get a ball up, and then both.
I think the Lakers showed it when he actually has to have the ball in his hands. It's different than him coming off screens, shooting in and stuff like that. Like him creating a shot is a thing. But I would rather him create a shot than actually have wide open, like
have free range to get into a shot.
Yes,
gotcha.
yes.
Okay.
So you actually putting pressure on him and making him be a true point guard.
Yeah.
I think I'm more nervous of him, like you said, free range than actually being a true point guard.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that, and I would say it's not necessarily stopping him, but I would say it makes life harder for him. And with a great player like Steph Curry, that's all you really could do is just make him have to make tough plays all game long to kind of wear him down because, like I said, he has a smaller frame. He's not a big guard. So, getting to the basket, taking those bumps and bruises, he really can't do. And then, like you say, when he got the ball in his head, he tends to not make, great decisions all the time. And then he can get to a shot, but it's also difficult for him to get to a shot because he don't have that type of game where it's like, okay, one-on-one, let me step back off of you and make a shot. Or one-on-one, let me get past you, step back off of you, make a shot. So he don't have that type of skill set for that type of play. Yeah. So I would agree with you on that. Yeah, picking them up if you can, because like I said, Lakers did good with Vanderbilt, pick them up full court, had a bigger guard on them that kind of wore on them. But then you just got to stay close to him. You can't go to sleep. Yeah. Because that's what he makes his money as when you go to sleep, when you rest easy because he's constantly to me he's like a Ray Allen 2.0, a Reggie Miller 2.0. Them guys never stop moving. Rip Hamilton of the world never stopped moving when the ball went in their hand because they knew the whole point of the offense is to get me involved to open up for other things or me be a decoy for other things too. So I would say that's the best way to kind of keep his usage down is by putting pressure on him, is by being able to man him up full court and kind of take him out of plays if you can versus letting him have free range to where he get the dribble handoff or he get a backdoor cut, or he just coming down transition wide open. Because then he really gonna kill you.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I think that's a good game play, like you just said. And let's talk about leadership in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Give me what would you like be your definition of leadership, and then based off your definition, who would you say right now in the NBA is exhibiting that characteristic?
When it comes to the leadership and on a team, I see two in my mind. Of course, LeBron, and then somebody like Draymond.
Okay,
I think Draymond is a very vocal leader. Somebody that's vocal, somebody that knows the game in and out. They can, spit out this, spit out that. Like, hey, watch out for this, do this, do this, and also be a mentor. Draymond probably is not the best mentor.
Draymond,
but on the court, he knows what he's talking about, so he actually has to listen to him and knows plays and know what's going on and stuff like that. But somebody that's just very vocal, somebody that's stepping up and being somebody that's not only on the court but off the court as well. Yeah,
I agree with you. I think leadership is an on and off the floor position that you gotta, of course, do the right things when you're not on the floor. When you're off the floor in your personal life, on social media, how you talk to fans, how you talk to the media, you got to exhibit those type of leadership skills there. But then also when you're on the court, play with the energy, play with the fire, and be able to put guys in position, and also lead by example by, hey, get on the floor, putting buckets in the hole, and then pushing your team to that next level. I think Jimmy Butler's a great example of that because of what you see what he's doing in Miami, taking 7 undrafted players to the NBA Finals, every series being the underdog and literally going into people's houses and winning game 1. This is the first time in the playoffs against Denver they didn't win a game 1 in someone else's home. And then just the will that he pushes on all of his teammates and they just follow him. I think that's also part of being a leader. You have to have all these other grown men believe that you are the right person to follow. And I think, like I said, LeBron does that. Draymond Green does it to an extent. And then, of course, Jimmy Butler, I think, is third. If you had to say a list, would be the third guy with it. Because to me, nobody else in the league really exhibits that. I mean, Chris Paul, great leader, floor general.
Yeah.
But people don't really follow him.
Yeah.
KD, same thing. He just more of a lead by example. James Harden, more of a lead by example. But nobody's really following them people. Then I would probably say the next in line would be Jokic.
I would say Giannis maybe.
Yeah, and Giannis too. Yeah, number 2, they're there too because Giannis has become more vocal these last couple of years than he's ever been. I think now, after winning the championship and of course being favorites to win championships, now every year he's going out. I think now he's being more vocal with his teammates and really stepping more into that leadership role than he did previous years. Yeah, so those would be like to me the 5. And Steph Curry, he has leadership ability too as well, but I think like you just said, Draymond Green is the position holder for that title. Yeah. So I would definitely give those guys the 9 on the fact that they definitely lead in so many different ways. All right, so let's talk about. I know we talked about the NBA Finals on the last episode, but this time around, what's your feeling like? Do you feel like leading up to the playoffs, are you okay with this NBA Finals matchup, or would you have rather seen a different matchup?
I think I'm okay with this Finals. It's not as intriguing as maybe like a LeBron, LA versus Boston would be, but I think this is actually basketball versus basketball. Yeah, I've heard KG say it's pretty much the best 7 or 8 versus the best 7 or 8. Like this is pretty much the best team versus the best team. Yeah, like it's not one standoff person versus another standoff person. Yeah, we still glorify, Jokic and Jimmy, but it's pretty much this team right here in Miami. Anybody can give you 20 plus a night.
Exactly.
Same thing with Denver. Yep. So I think it's just the best offensive team pretty much versus what's known as the best defensive franchise since Eric Spoelstra have been here.
No, I agree with you. As a fan of basketball, I love this matchup just because, like I say, it's just all basketball being played. It's no real, and also too coaching-wise, you get to see Malone and you get to see Spoelstra actually be real, show their skills of being a great coach and the adjustments that they make and the changes they make and, the plays they run and the system they run, and you get to see a lot of great basketball going on versus having every game be a this person versus that person.
Yeah.
Kind of how it was with Golden State and LA. It was just LeBron versus Steph, the whole series. And the theater and the drama of that is good, and of course that sells viewership and sells tickets. But as the whole game itself, I just think you're watching, the best two this year play as a team, with they got both have their one guy that everybody knows stands alone, but without them guys and without their teammates, they're not as good as they could be. So I think that it's, as a fan of basketball, I'm loving the finals. We only about to be 2 games in, so it's still early, but I just think it's been a great final so far. Just watching, I hope Miami can make more of a finals of it than what we thinking it's going to be. But I know Joker's going to do his thing. I know Jimmy, he going to bounce back. They're going to fight as much as they can, even if it ends in 4 or ends in 5 or ends in 6. I still think overall it'd be a great final
for sure.
I would like to see it go 7 because it's been some good 7-game series this playoffs.
Yeah,
but
I don't think it's gonna go that far, that long either.
Yeah. All right, man. So this last topic I want to talk about. The reason why I want to talk about this last because this is gonna take the bulk of our episode today. And once again, man, Ja Morant. So I don't know if you saw, but Adam Silver came out and talked a little bit about the situation with Ja Morant. And it already had worried me the first time. Second time we talked about it worried, but now this being the third time it's being brought up, especially being brought up in the NBA Finals in one of the meetings for the NBA. And Adam Silver, he feels like, or what he said, he felt like maybe the 8-game suspension wasn't enough, and then make a point. Yeah. And then now they're saying they're going to come out with a ruling for how many games he's going to miss next year, after the finals, because they don't want it to be the main topic or distraction of the finals. And then I also saw a report where police were sent to Ja Morant's house to check on him because of some Instagram posts that he posted, I guess, just kind of being depressed and, over everything that's going on. And they said it was a police conducted a welfare check on him because of how he was talking on social media. I'm really worried about this young man because he's spiraling, bro. He's really spiraling into a place that I don't know if the NBA is going to be able to save him from what he's getting himself into. Because I'm thinking now, based off what Adam Silver's saying, it sounds like it's going to be a significant, suspension from this whole ordeal. And I don't know if that's going to be good for him. I don't know if he spirals even more now that the NBA says, okay, you're gone for this many games. I don't know if that helps him. I don't know if it hurts him. I don't know. What are your thoughts,
I would say one, kudos to Adam Silver for not letting this be a distraction to, pretty much your Super Bowl, your finality, a great season that you had.
Stanley Cup, World Series, all that. Yep.
So this is pretty much just like, all right, we know this is going on, but we're going to set this on the back burner. Apparently there's more evidence and everything else to it than just what
the video showed.
Yeah. And first time it's kind of like a parent too. It's like, all right, we're gonna let the school deal with this suspension first. But then now the school's not gonna handle it. All right, so mom and dad gotta step in and handle this as well, because that's what Memphis did. Memphis was like, all right, we're gonna give you 8 games. Well, technically it was like 2 or 3.
Yeah, because he had already been gone like 3 or 4 games.
Yeah,
and then the NBA said it's gonna be a total of 8. So he really only was suspended like 3 or 4 games by the NBA.
Yeah. Well, no, it was all about Memphis. Remember the first time?
Oh yeah, that's right.
NBA didn't step in.
Yeah, they didn't step in.
They was like they just gonna let Memphis handle it.
Yeah.
So then now it's like, all right, since y'all really don't want to give them anything but a slap on the wrist and pretty much let that go. It's like, all right, we have to step in. But JJ Redick did have a good point. Like, how do you do this? Like, what's the punishment?
Yeah, that makes sense
for this. Yeah. Like, he didn't break
a law. Let's be clear about that. He didn't break no laws. He didn't break no rules. I just think it's just being in the NBA, the type of entity that it is,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're going to be, one of their face players,
Mm-hmm.
it's an image issue.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's more of an image issue than it is a law issue
Mm-hmm.
at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, like you said, I don't know what's a good amount of games.
Yeah.
Or does he deserve any games? Like, I just don't know. It's just, like I said, it's just unfortunate that he's in a great position in his life as this, basketball player, entrepreneur, of course, because, I'm sure he has businesses outside of the NBA. And then, of course, he just recently got the shoe deal, which I don't know what's going to happen with that. I guess I can go wait to see what the NBA does. Mm-hmm. But it's just unfortunate, man, to see the downward spiral of what could happen to him if these keep escalating to what it is right now.
I think they said he already lost over $200 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I'm like, and to me, it's like, for what?
Yeah.
Because is it that important to be a part of these certain groups over the future that you're trying to build?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what it comes down to. Because like I say, at the end of the day, they can suspend him for a whole year, but if Ja still feels the need to position himself or put himself in those places, I think that's what's going to be the more detriment to him and to anybody out there that's an athlete or a professional or just a regular Joe Smo. Mm-hmm. It's like, how important or how valuable is those people that aren't helping you get to the next level?
Mm-hmm.
And
he's still young.
And I get
hard part about it.
And I get that. I've had a million conversations about him being young, but okay, at what point do we say people aren't young anymore? Because he's an adult. He can do everything. He can do any and everything legally that an adult can do, whether a 21 or a 41-year-old person. Mm-hmm. That 21 can do the same thing a 41-year-old can.
It's also the generation as well.
Yeah, like, the culture is the culture jacked up.
Yeah,
it's jacked up.
That's another thing. Yep. Still trying to be relevant to his generation, his audience, or whoever he's trying to impress. Because right now, I mean, he's not impressing a 32-year-old, a 36-year-old.
Yeah.
So he's not impressing us. Yeah. But to a 24-year-old, oh man, you see Ja Morant? Stuff like that.
Yeah. He's a trending topic to somebody that's 19, 20, 22, 23 years old. And I get that. I get that aspect. But at the same time, it's like, that's why it's so important that the people around him are pushing more, maturity in his way versus, like you say, trying to be relevant to the younger crowd that's wanting him to be a part of things that aren't really generating good things for him.
Yeah. And I correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. And one thing I just thought about, since this happened, he hasn't condoned gun violence or nothing like that.
No, of course not. No, he's not. He hasn't come out and openly promoted it or tried to say that that's the way to do things. But like I say, just imagery is promotion too.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but in a sense too, like, he should be like, well, not should be like, but it should come out as like, I don't condone. Well, he might have said it, but pretty much gun violence is not the way to go. Something like that. Yeah. Like I said, he might have said that. We might have missed it or something like that. Or the last thing I see him post about was, like I said, the whole, kind of more of the depressing state of mind that he's in, more than, like you say, talking that not promoting or condoning the ownership of firearms or anything like that. So like I said, because obviously, he's not breaking no law. I mean, everybody is allowed to legally have a gun at a certain age. And if he's going through all the, paperwork and all the things to do it, then he has the right to do that. It's just an image. I feel like it's just an image law that's being broken more than an actual, law of the land. But it's unfortunate because, like I said, with the position that he's in, because of that, it's hurting him long term. Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. I'm hoping that he can resolve all of the issues that he got going on in his life to get back to playing basketball for one, and then also being in a good place itself, being happy, and then learning from all this. Hopefully he can learn for whatever the outcome is. If he gets suspended half a year, a whole year, maybe that time he take that time to really find yourself and come back and be better. Because I look at a lot of players that kind of went through similar, not gun issues, but similar situations where their character was being killed. You know, you look at Kobe. You know, when he had his situation in Denver. He lost a lot of money, a lot of endorsements, a lot of people saying his career was over. Kobe became a better man from it.
Yeah.
You know, Shaquille O'Neal, he's went through a lot of stuff in his personal life. Tiger Woods, and they all were able to come back from it to a certain extent. So, and I don't, you know, of course, those situations aren't the same as this one, but I just think it's a moment in time where he can really, you know, grow from it. So, and I think anybody that goes through that, you know, out there that goes through any situation, that you can grow from it as long as you take the time out to learn for whatever it is. So, but I wish him the best because, like I say, I think he's a great upcoming player. He has some good clickbait when he talks about, you know, who he's not worried about in the West, and they get
Supermax player.
Man, why you gotta do that, man?
I just had to throw that one out there.
I'm in here trying to be sentimental, and you gonna throw the Supermax, John. Well, fine. Since you want to do it, he's not a Supermax player.
Oh, okay.
He's not a Supermax player. Since you want to do that, I ain't got no problem standing on my square.
Okay.
I ain't got no problem standing on my square.
I'm paying that, man.
I'm not paying no Supermax.
Yeah.
Nope. One side of the ball. Yep. So we gonna talk basketball again. Yeah, one side of the ball. Now what?
All right.
Injury.
That's it for this episode.
Injury waiting to happen. All that flying, they go. I mean, it works sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. You saw LeBron take him out the air. All that flying. Come on, man. You gotta stay. If you want to play basketball, come down here and play basketball. Don't live up in the clouds.
I mean, giving you 30-something points per game.
He's not giving me 30-something points per game. He's not.
What is he like?
Ty.
Probably like 26,
he is not
28.
giving us 30 points a game.
26, 28.
He is not top 5 in scoring. He's not top 5 in scoring.
Let's look at these stats.
Please look it up. He's not top 5 in scoring. He's not outscoring Steph. He's not outscoring Tatum. He's not outscoring. He might not even be outscoring Donovan Mitchell. You kidding me, man? What's going on today, man?
26.2 points per game.
What's going on today?
What's wrong with 26.2 points per game?
You said 30.
You
said 30.
Okay, I said 30.
26.
I said 30.
You said 30.
But 26.2 points per game.
Okay.
That's not good?
That's good. Okay. That is good. But he's not giving me 30 points a game to be one side of the ball.
Right there. 26 points and 8.1 assists per game.
Okay.
2-time All-Star. Rookie of the Year.
What? That's Supermax?
Why not?
Hey, man. What's going on, Ty? Ty, what's up, man? I'm just being honest. What's up, Ty? I mean, what's going on, man?
Well, he played 61 games this year.
What's going on, Ty?
These are not bad numbers.
Help me out, man. Help me understand.
I'm just saying,
help me understand what's going on, man. Because today you come here today, you just been really like talking sideways today.
8.
Normally everybody watch you, John watch you, and it makes sense. Today it don't make sense, man.
He's progressed all his years. Well, okay, 2021, 22, he had 27.4 points per game. He increased his assists and increased his rebounds. These are good stats.
You know what's funny about you, man?
What's that?
That you say he's a Supermax player now, but you never mentioned him. We just had that 20-minute conversation about Supermax player. He never was brought up.
He was
never brought up.
Never got to
it don't matter if he's that good. Why did you bring him up?
Well, you stopped me after I said Luka.
Because you always go Luka for everything.
I'm just being honest.
All right, man. I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm done with you, man. Oh my God! Can we ever have an episode where you don't talk about Luka Doncic?
You asked, so I had to let you know. Just putting it out there. Let us know who your Supermax players are. That's all I'm gonna say.
And I'm gonna say this: if I see anybody comment Luka in the chat. Comment Luka on Facebook. Get on Instagram and comment Luka. Get on TikTok. Get on any one of our platforms and say Luka. I'm blocking everybody.
Don't kill your podcast.
I'm just saying, bro.
I'm being honest.
Because I know it's gonna be y'all cave because of Ty.
No, they're not caving because of me because they know basketball. They rather pay Luka over play Bradley Britt. I still can't believe that, bro. Jesus.
So you all right, man. We gotta get. I ain't gonna start it back up with you, man. I can't believe you just said Bradley Beal ain't no Supermax player over them two guys. All right, man. As always, we want to thank y'all for watching this episode. Brought to you by the Luka fans of the world, Supermax player of the world.
Yes.
Please comment down below. Let us know what you thought about today's episode, and please come back. Please come back. Don't give up on us. I know this episode got crazy. This man, my man Ty with a little. He got a jacket on. It's 100 degrees outside.
It's
he got
raining though. Y'all didn't see that in the fourth.
Yeah, he got his raincoat on. So he was smart in that regard. But hey, man, comment down below. Let us know what you thought about today's episode. Let us know about the topics for the episode. We definitely will implement that on the next episode. Follow us on all of our social media platforms, which is listed down in our description below. But until then, guys, have a great day. Enjoy your week coming up. And we'll see y'all next episode. Until then, peace.